Hi everybody, it's me, Felbeak Frank, also known as Sunfrog. Before we start the animation extravaganza, we have to clear something up about the Felbeak macaw. There will be other macaws in the game. The skin that we purchased was for smooth skin and long feathers, and the one with the teeth on it will be the one in the game that we have to fight against. I don't think we'll be able to capture it in Tainment. By the way it looks, I think we're going to have to fight it. I don't know why it took me so long to figure out that the skins are different from the creatures we're going to find on Vera. I guess it was just too simple. It was right in front of my face the entire time, so I couldn't figure it out. Margaret confirms it later on. You'll see it in the Twitchcast video that I'm going to make after I make this one. So let's get to the animation now.
My name is Brad Constantine, and I am a senior animator here at Intrepid.
Okay, let's pause here and see exactly what Brad does. And also, I've been saying Brad Constantine instead of Constantine. Sorry about that, Brad. Character animation. Efficient animation workflow for artists. I don't know what that is, but okay. Attention to detail and real-world reference. Yes, he does do that because you're going to see a griffin later on that will blow your socks off. It's a griffin because the back end is a lion, not a hippo, which a couple of Diaries ago we learned that hippo is the Greek word for horse, and a hippogriff has the back end of a horse. Unique and eye-popping movements. Yes, you'll see that in the griffin animation too. And in the bear, that looks like Baloo to me. That's how bears run. You'll see the bear running, and you'll see it charging, like it's sprinting when it runs with two paws up front. That's when the bear is picking up speed. You better run. Bring life to the characters that players will connect with emotionally. If by emotionally Brad means fall in love with, I did. This is like the 4th time I've watched this video. I love it so much.
Well, being an animator involves the act of rigging the characters. We get a bind mesh from the modelers. We put a skeleton in that mesh. We bind the mesh to the skeleton. Then we create a control rig to animate that character, and then we animate the character using the control rig.
Okay, let's pause here. Did you notice how they even animate every finger individually? That's amazing. So I'm looking at this, the bottom legs of this character, and I'm thinking, oh, is this a pirate? Are we going to have pirates? There's going to be big sea battles. Do we get to dress up like pirates and stuff? But then I see who this person is, and I say, hey, wait a minute. I know this woman. I've seen her before, and this is where she comes from.
I'm a gamer. I've been a gamer playing MMORPG.
She's the floaty woman in the magic bubble. This video is from the Kickstarter days, a long time ago. But now we can see how she was created. Somebody noticed that some of the video clips are from a long time ago. I guess I'll give Jalon credit for that. I don't know if he's the one who discovered it, but he just made a video where he said he did discover it. So, okay, I'll believe him. Margaret clears that up in the Twitchcast you'll see later on this week. The reason they use the old clips is because they have them available, basically. You know, when you're trying to make a video, you pull from all your resources. You pull from old clips and new clips and sound bites and whatever you have to make the video. Just like I pulled this Kickstarter video for my clip right now. It's not a conspiracy. Don't be mean to Margaret.
A control rig to animate that character, and then we animate the character using the control rig. So my favorite thing here at Intrepid Studios is whatever I'm doing that day. I jump out of bed every day to come and do this. So I love doing combat, I love doing characters, I love doing windmills. There is no animation task that I don't love doing. Well, some of the most fun animations I've done so far are the combat stuff. I love that we have taken the time to start our combat early and work on it so we can then iterate and make it better and better and better. I love doing the creature animations. One of the things that's unique about animating for an MMO is that as opposed to film, we have to animate all of our characters in the round. So for example, if you see a character in a movie, it's generally from a fixed camera perspective. So when we animate for an MMO, we literally have to animate with the entire creature in mind, because you never know how you're going to see it in the game. So when we set up our creatures for animation, there's a lot of things that we need to take into consideration. One of them is our creature going to be wearing armor? And if that's the case, then we have to be very careful on the way we move stuff, because we want to minimize the amount of interpenetration among the models, and we want it to look good.
So I have to say, it's a lot of fun to work with our animators here in the studio. You know, if I need a new animation for one of my combo attacks, right, I can just go upstairs and talk to Brad and say, hey Brad, I need 3 attacks and they all need to be about 1.5 seconds long, and I kind of need them to have some weight to them. So you know, if we have this two-handed axe and it kind of comes down really heavy like that, what can we do with that? And Brad will have these fantastic ideas about all the details that we can pull out of that sort of conversation. It's a really awesome symbiotic relationship where I can come to animation with an idea and they can take it to the next level. I think the main kind of look that we were going for in Ashes of Creation is more of a like realistic fantasy, a little bit more, you know, crazy over the top than like Lord of the Rings, but also something a little bit more grounded, something that's not quite anime, but feels cool. We want the players to feel immersed in this world, and we want your character to kind of be an extension of yourself. And keeping things grounded that way, with a little bit of the spice over the top, I think really helps create a connection between the character and the person doing the playing. Our animators and the rest of the people at the studio are super passionate about this project. We are doing something that's bleeding edge. And so I think that creates this sort of, I don't know, excitement kind of every day about what else can we do? How far can we push this? And how can we make sure that this all works at scale?
The one thing that I love about this project is the...
Put a ring on my foot. Put it. Good. Put a shoe on my foot. Did you guys see that bear? That bear is alive. That's a real thing. That's not an animation. That's alive. And how about that fangler that was crawling out of the ground? That was awesome. The way they just like scrabbled up out of the ground. That was awesome. If you want to watch this entire video uninterrupted without me fanboying all over it, head over to ashesofcreation.com, click on the blog, I think, and you'll find it in there. Let's keep watching.
Professionalism here at Intrepid. The level of experience in all my coworkers makes it exciting to come in every day. We're working really hard, trying to make the best game possible, and we look forward to you guys enjoying the results of our...
Oh my gosh, what was that? This is the eye-popping moment of the video that made everybody's heart skip a beat and just everybody's jaw just dropped open. Look how gorgeous this is. This is gorgeous. Later on in the Twitchcast, we get a leak from Mr. Michael Bacon, and then we get some confirmation from Margaret, and then we get some clues from Steven. And if you watch my video that I did a while back when Steven and the gang went to the WWDC World Developer Conference or something like that, they didn't tweet anything, they didn't live stream from it, but I tried to figure out if any of that was going to affect us by reading Steven's mind. And one of the things I said was that this game might have ray tracing in it. If any game at all would benefit from ray tracing, it would be Ashes, because of all the glowing armor and glowing weapons and colorful explosions and stuff. And this right here, this heart-stopping moment is courtesy of ray tracing. So what is ray tracing? Okay, look at this photograph. Look at the water. See the ripples? See the reflection in the ripples? That is ray tracing. The light bounces off the armor onto the water and reflects up into your eyeballs. Now look at this next scene where they show the sunlight glinting on the warrior's helmet. The glinting, that's not drawn on. That's ray tracing. That's the light coming in from the door, hitting his helmet and bouncing into your eyeball. You know, look at the exposure on this guy standing in the doorway. The doorway is overexposed. His back is underexposed. This is what it would look like to your human eyes if you were standing right there looking at it. This is all math being done by the GPU. So originally I was going to buy an old graphics card just to save money, but now it looks like I need an RTX, baby. I need one of them newfangled RTX cards. because this is gorgeous. Oh, I remember why I clipped this photograph. Look at the raindrops. So the sunlight reflecting off the raindrops that are not raindrops, the water that's falling, that's ray tracing. This is what ray tracing is. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, this game is going to look so beautiful. Let's watch this whole thing again and try to keep your pants on this time. This is just mind-blowing.
Professionalism here at Intrepid. The level of experience in all my coworkers makes it exciting to come in every day. We're working really hard, trying to make the best game possible, and we look forward to you guys enjoying the results of our efforts.
So in the Twitch cast, you'll see Margaret confirms that this is not a cutscene rendered in a supercomputer somewhere. This is actual in-game footage. You'll see this on your computer if you have a ray tracing card. That's just mind-boggling to me. That's amazing. It's kind of sad that they put it at the end of Brad's dev diary, because it kind of detracts from all the amazing animation work he did. Your mind is already blown by his animation, and then they put this at the end, and now you're like, oh my god, and you're just blown out of the planet now. Forget about having your mind blown. Then you see the ray tracing, and then you just forget about it. It's over. I'm dead. This is just gorgeous. Well, that's the show for today. If you loved it, I know I loved it. Be sure to tell Steven and the gang how much you love these dev diaries on the forums or Discord or wherever, so they can keep making them. Personally, I love seeing all this behind the scenes stuff. I really like that they give all the backstage people credit, because those people, they work really hard, but they hardly ever get any credit, unless you see their name in the credit roll at the end of the game or something. I really like that Steven is giving them a chance to show what they can do and taking pride in their work. And I love how everybody's so talented. It's just mind-blowing what these people can do. I love everybody that works there. It's just an amazing, amazing team. So, sadly, this is the end of the video, but there'll be more. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell and do all that good stuff. Thanks for watching.